What up, everybody? It's TERZO, and we're back here with something new and special. Now, obviously, this is just a quick introduction. I don't even have my mic propped. It's just a quick Saturday morning. I'm being lazy. But, so this is the first episode, I guess, of what you could say is the HORROCAST, which is something that me, Victor, Ron, Anomaly 682, all the admins in 16 Horror, Paul Manzi have always wanted to do for years. We've talked about this probably for 2.5 years, and we finally were able to. I was able to shoot the first episode, and the first guest is actually TINELA AYRES. So this is what this episode will be. It's just an interview with me and TINELA, and obviously this is how it's gonna run. The next few episodes, we're gonna have artists. We're going to have collectors. We're going to have the admins of 16 Horror. We're going to hit topics that really don't get talked about in the hobby. We're going to hit a lot of things. We're going to ask a lot of artists a lot of questions. We got different artists, Not only will we have Beetle Metalli, Once Customs, Paul Manzi, TINELA AYRES, but we're reaching out even to other artists such as artists from Italy or just artists from Korea. So we have a lot. Even some other artists from Spain. So, and we are trying to bring even artists that you guys haven't even heard about to you so you guys can see their catalog. So we're really trying to help and expand, and this is a really good thing for the people that are new to the hobby. We can explain the hobby as well. They can catch up. We'll start probably from the early beginnings of the hobby. We'll talk about the history. We'll talk about some of the first few sets, few runs, how it evolved, how everything evolved essentially into the monster that it is now, because it is some kind of monster, and it is, it's big. It's getting really big. So, definitely going to be talking about a lot of stuff, and not, like I said, not only horror stuff. It's going to be like other custom artists that do things from other movies. So, and we'll talk about a lot of like hot toys as well. We're going to cover whatever topic, and I'll have all the admins here on most of the episodes. I'll have the artists, and I think the first few episodes are going to be sound podcast, because that's what we always liked. But we might evolve it into a video podcast at the end of the day, which would be cool. But for now, they're just going to be sound. But we had a lot of fun this interview with TINELA. I want to thank you for coming on. We have some, we talked about Trickortreat Studios, how the process became, how she became to work for Trickortreat Studios, how Alex Kane Productions helped her out, how they have a few things going on right now, and just how Trickortreat Studios is just operating, which is really cool. There's no spoilers of what's to come really, but there's certain things we could not say. So obviously it was just a lot of fun in talking to TINELA and how she approaches projects, some special projects for her. So just stay tuned and enjoy the first episode of the Horror Podcast. Until next time, guys, stay safe, conquer your own collection, and I've been your host, Daniel TERZO. Alright, everybody, I got TINELA AYRES here, who is the seamstress for Trickortreat Studios, and I want to introduce her. She is a very kind person, and she was kind enough to come on here and answer a few questions for us. So, how are you doing, TINELA?
I'm fine. Just having a relaxing day today. We're just doing things around the house. Not too bad. How are you, Daniel?
I'm good. As we were talking about, it's Valentine's Day weekend, so we gotta make sure that I don't get in trouble. I gotta get some chocolates for the wife.
Make sure.
Yep.
Otherwise you sleep outside on the porch.
Always. That's where my house is. Always on the porch. But, so I wanted to kind of get started kind of from the early beginnings. How did you kind of stumble upon this hobby? Because you become one of the most well-known seamstresses in this hobby and regarded as one of the highest, specifically for horror.
You use some really big words there, Daniel. I don't know if I agree with everything you said. Well, I used to work in clothing industry.
Yes.
And then I moved into telecom industry and met my husband, and he was all passionate about figures and collecting and stuff. I was collecting but different things. I was collecting cars and stuff. So this is how I stumbled the figures. And
so we have your husband to thank to bring you into the hobby. Thank you, David.
Sort of. They are combined things, yeah. So I saw something online, someone's doing something, and I said, oh, I can do that. Oh, well, I tried. It
Right.
wasn't that good. And I tried harder next time and harder and harder, and things like that. Things evolve. You learn. But the time is passing. You have to learn more, trying different way of doing things. Because I see things as well. We know we were talking, Daniel. We have projects you are involved as well, and so Tinela, that should be like that. That should be like, I know it should be like that or the other, but
Right.
we see things, but at that moment in time is what we know to do. Maybe later you find a different technique of doing things, or
Always.
you
Yes.
discover the fabrics that you never thought is going to work for that, I don't know, jacket or trousers or whatever. It works actually really good, and you just always have to always try to push a bit harder.
Absolutely, and that's kind of led to the moment where you started working with Monty Gonzalez, Once Customs, and
Yes.
how was it working? Was it an amazing experience being able to, bring the project like the Rob Zombie Halloween 1 Myers to life? Was that something that was very good for you?
He's with Rocker Montaigne is really good because he is very good. He is very passionate, and he transfers that to me, and I suppose with the other people that he's working with as well,
Yes.
And he's got that talent of how do you say it, bringing the stuff to life, if you know what I mean. Because
Yes,
I don't weather stuff. I don't do things like that because I'm trying to concentrate on make the clothing actually better than trying to jump in another sections that I'm not ready, because I think I can improve on the clothing, if you know what I mean. Concentrate on that and start learning new things. And
Yeah.
he's very talented, that he has experience, he has the eye, he knows a lot of things when it comes about figures, how to make them looking actually like real people, if you know what I mean, but in miniature scale.
Yes, he is a very talented. He's a good friend of mine too. So I actually just bought the piece, the one that you did with Once Customs, the Rob Zombie. I just bought it a few weeks ago. It just arrived, and the tailoring is spectacular. So
Thank you so much.
I got to tell you, you did an amazing job. And this kind of leads me to the next question. What was your favorite project that you worked on so far, whether it be with Trickortreat, Once Customs, or doing your own?
It's very hard your question for me to answer it, to be honest. And you mentioned that Rob Zombie. Sorry to go back on that Rob Zombie one that I did with Montaigne, and because I don't know if you've seen how the coveralls they look before the weathering.
Oh yes, oh yes.
There you go. And now you've seen them done by him, so you see how he got it from me and how he transformed it and make them look like that character, if you know what I mean.
Oh yes.
So that's like a teamwork, he has like a base thing, and then he puts his stamps on and he brings it to life.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Yeah. My favorite project is very hard to pinpoint a pin project. I have many projects. All my projects are my favorite, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I have a few that are close to my heart for completely different reasons, believe it or not.
Which ones?
I did a project a few years ago with Selena, and my mother-in-law, she was in a care home at the time, and I took my jacket and I put the buttons with her on while we're visiting her, if you know what I mean, doing a bit of activity together, and that for me it is printed in my memory, you know what I mean. So
yes.
People, they think they're, how do you say it, is that one maybe, but for me there are a lot of personal reasons. I have Sam, the little Sam I did with Alexander, which one of other favorite projects of mine for as well personal reasons, because that was the beginning with when I actually start talking with Alexander. Even if that project wasn't the first one we did, but that was the first project we talked about. I have another one, which is, I don't know if you know, I did Twisty.
Yes.
Yes, I did Twisty. That's another project of my favorite. Oh gosh, so many. Obvious, all the Halloweens we did.
Every project has a part of you, so it's kind of special in their own way.
It is, and there is one project as well I did for Giordano. I do remember that Sunday even today when I tailored it and I've done the outfit for him. It was a football player from a cartoon. I don't know, it's just, it was a lovely Sunday. I had my coffee, I went on my desk, and just things, it's just created with all the smell of the trees in that day. It's just, even now I do remember that day, There are things for every project I have, like a memory,
Yeah, I understand. And, you mentioned Alexander, and Alexander, for people that don't know, is Kane's Productions.
Yes.
And he is pretty much sculpting a lot of stuff for Trickortreat Studios. I mean, he's doing the Trickortreat Sam, he did the Terrifier, and all that. So how is it working with him through custom work? Because you guys did the Trickortreat Sam original run, then you guys moved it to Trickortreat Studios, which is a mass-produced company. So has the relationship evolved into something, more complex in communicating? Because with customs, it's more direct, or is it still pretty direct in mass-produced? And how is it working with him?
Well, pretty much my relationship with Alexander hasn't changed, because from the beginning, he's a really nice person to work with, and he's so relaxed and he's laid back, and he's sharing things, and, he's really, really nice person in itself, apart from the being in 1/6, if you know what I mean. He has like a way of saying things which is really nice, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And when we start working for Trickortreat, and he brought me to work for Trickortreat because he got me involved with it.
Okay.
Evolved in way that, for example, we talk a bit more because there are more projects involved, and even we didn't work together, we still talk to each other. He's telling me about family, about my family. We were in sort of contact. We are sort of friends, if you know what I mean. Even we don't see each other, face to face. And maybe one day, we talk quite a lot. You know what I mean? He's a key communicator, put it this way.
Yeah, and obviously he must be having a lot of work as well with all the projects he's doing with Trickortreat Studios. And where's he at right now? Is he preparing another project, or is he setting something up?
I think he's in Boston at the moment, getting ready for some of you guys.
Wow, so he's only 20 minutes away from me, so I can go say hi.
Is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he drove. I might be wrong. I'll check the message, but I think he said to Boston he's going. Yeah.
I'll let him know. I'll come say hi.
I'll pass a message to him.
Perfect.
He's preparing something for you guys, so turn on your notifications for Trickortreat Studios, and I'm sure pretty soon you'll find out.
Oh, okay. So we got something to look forward to. Amazing. All right. So you mentioned that Alex got you contacted with Trickortreat Studios. Is that how the venture happened? It was through Alex, and that's how you became to come to Trickortreat Studios on these projects?
Yes, because Alexander was working with them before the 1/6 adventure started. He was doing masks for them.
I got you.
And ornaments, and I think it was something as well. I'm sorry, Alex, if you listen to this, I don't remember.
It's too much information. But
yeah, he was working before, and when they started about this project, Alexander brought me on board.
That's perfect. No, that was good. I think that was a smart move, very smart move by him, because you definitely have the talent, and it's showing, like I saw the Terrifier, and it was really good, which is the question I wanted to ask. Is there much difference between the prototypes you make to the final product? I know there was a few things we were talking about that weren't the same, but in the spectrum, it's pretty much almost similar, right?
It is similar. I do two prototypes. and the patterns. Alexander puts them together and does them up, puts the heads, and together with Justin, of course, because Justin is the designer. We work under his approval, I think you call it in English. Approval?
Yes.
Yeah, well, art design is a thing. And it goes to the factory and they replicate what Alexander sends to them. And pretty much, sometimes it works for better, sometimes it's not.
Right.
Process of learning, and they are I'm sure that in Trickortreat there are people there, how do you say it, listening to all the feedback from everyone and trying to make things better. Like I am with my clothing, I'm trying to, with everyone, I'm trying to make it perfect.
Right.
You know, I mean, make it.
Well, it was kind of funny.
That's it.
What was I saying? Because it was funny because when I posted a video of the Trickortreat 1978 Michael Myers accessory pack, Alex actually commented on my video because everybody was like, why are the coveralls shown green but they came out gray? I didn't notice it because I thought they were supposed to be gray. They looked great, but he was nice and he was there. He was like, oh, it was just a mistake on our part. So he's very open and very understanding, which I like.
He's a very, very nice person. I told you, people probably don't believe me when I say it, but when I'm saying it. He's a really, really nice person, and he has a passion for figures, you know, and for everything to be right and be perfect. And you know, you will see that, and when you work with him, he's really nice, really, really nice.
Right, absolutely. Now that Trickortreat Studios has you, will you be still doing some custom runs here and there?
Yes.
I know last year you told me you weren't able to do anything. You were just slammed.
This year I will do a few. I will try to do a few. Yes. At the moment, I had to pause the custom that I was doing. You know, the free projects that I'm trying to concentrate on to finish the prototypes.
Which is the Michael Myers Hobo from Rob Zombie.
Yeah, Wendy, which I finished it, but the sculptor needs to try the hair because she has a collar on the shirt and on the jumper, and he wants to know how the hair actually will sit around the collar and stuff.
Okay. And
Jason, I want to finish it as well. I nearly finished the shirt with the proper color, Daniel.
Which Jason? Which Jason we talking about? The one that we talked about earlier?
Yes, that one. I've made the proper color. I haven't put the pockets yet.
Yeah, all right, so perfect.
One with the proper. I haven't done the trousers yet because I have to pose it because I have received a new body from Alexander, and I started on that one. Until I finish that one, I'll pose those ones. So, and a few other bodies going to come soon as well. So, I have to be very. How do you say when you plan stuff? So be.
So. Oops. So this is the question that I have is, we're talking about this Jason, which is the part 3 and all this. So what are some of the projects that we can expect from Trickortreat Studios? Some things that haven't been announced, like you guys have a lot of Jasons, I know that. You know, my big question, is there going to be a Hobo Myers, Rob Zombie category from you guys? That's one of my favorites. What's there to come?
Well, I can't say what is going to come because I'm not Trickortreat to announce you what they have and things like that. You know, I mean, I'm a, how do you say, contractor, you call it?
Yeah, you're held down to a contract. So, no, I definitely understand.
And it's not down to me to announce it. They have an amazing team there, how they put the stuff together and how to announce you. There are a lot of things involved, how they to take in consideration when they announce things, you know. So I'm pretty sure what they will do, they will let you know, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
And they will not miss the opportunity to let you know.
And how is it working with Trickortreat? Are you having a fun time? Is it just a dream come true for you?
It is, and I think every artist who started from customs is arriving to actually making license work, that experience is like a very big achievement, if you know what I mean, because as a one person, in our company is just me and my husband.
Right.
And we can do so much. It's two people, two pair of hands, and time is limited, and capacity is limited, and you can't do it. When you say you're doing stuff and you're probably not able because you haven't found the solution or the materials or something, and and working through with license, more people actually have a piece of your work, if you know what I mean.
Right.
And the figures they like as well,
Right. And is there a character that you haven't tackled yet, but you really want to? Because I know you got a lot more left in you. So
I do. I have a few characters that. One is this hobo that I've been contemplating about a few years, as a few friends know. I keep starting and stopping, and because
it's very complex, right? Is the hobo complex?
It's extremely complex. When you see it's all ragged up and dirty and stuff, it's not much to it, you know what I mean? Right. But when you actually start looking into it, then it's not that easy. I think it's my second hardest one that I made.
Okay. And what's another character that you want to tackle?
I want to tackle. Shall I keep it secret, Daniel?
Yes.
Yes, I'll keep it secret because if I say, I want to tackle that, then it's happening in I don't know how many years from now on. And
I say you can say it, and as long as you let people know it's going to take a few years, people will know.
Well, if it's something happening, and tomorrow I drop dead, so.
I know. I know.
No, I will try to tackle very different characters. I have a few in mind. I know from one character, a friend of mine in Australia, done the head, but at the moment he's passing through some rough times as well, and I don't want to make the project when he's not ready, or when I don't want him feel pushed on that one, because it's a tough project as well, my side.
Right.
And there are a few other projects as well. This one is not horror related. It's completely different.
Right.
So I'm a bit excited about some of them. When I will be there with them, if you know what I mean.
Right. So, is there ever been a project that you said, I have to give up, I can't do it, it's too hard? Has there ever been something that's complete? No, nothing. So everything you've pushed through.
Yes, the thing is, when I don't say it's too hard, because I'm not doing it for example, if I say something, I'm not doing it for some different reasons. Most of it is time, and I have to be really careful, because sometimes I say I'm doing it, and time things in life happen, and you are not able to do it, if you know what I mean.
Right.
But as the actual work, as making the costume, no, I will always trying to find a solution, because if that outfit, that costume exists in normal scale, in 1-to-1 scale, I am determined to try and tackle it, and to know that it's possible to make it in 1/6 as well, and I'm not to cheat as well. Use things I'm trying when I'm doing my costumes. I'm actually trying like the pockets, like I don't know, zips and stuff, trying to make them like I would have done a 1.1 scale with the same techniques and stuff.
Right.
Only one thing I haven't managed to do it like a 1-to-1 scale, because there were so many layers and it was looking so fake, and I have to make them not functional, which I wasn't very pleased about it, but there is no other way. It was way too thick on making actually that type of pocket functional, so I had to cheat there, if you know what I mean, just making it looking like it's a pocket. But maybe one day I will find a solution how to make that pocket fully working. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't given up on my ideas. There are things that bother me when. How can that be, or how can this done? How in trying to find a way to replicate it exactly the same as a normal costume, if you know what I mean.
Right. Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, there's always challenges to everything, for sure. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
There's a lot of talented people out there.
Absolutely. Not as talented as you, though.
You are very, very kind. I don't think I'm talented.
Well, it's definitely a talent. You had to learn. You didn't get it overnight. You had to learn. So there's definitely talent there.
Thank you. Very, very kind. Very kind.
One of my last questions is, do you know when the Trickortreat Studios Sam pre-order will be up for pre-order?
No, I don't know. I didn't. I thought it was in the catalog, in the spring catalog, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. People have been asking me, so I was wondering if maybe we could answer. So we're kind of expecting it towards closer to spring.
I think it was in the catalog, wasn't it? It was together with Halloween 6 in the
Yes. I think it was with Halloween 6 and the Warlock. So that's around springtime.
Yes, I think so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't asked when is the order, to be honest, to pre-order.
Yeah.
It's many factors when the pre-order starts, if you know what I mean. Is factories involved, is licensing involved, so all sorts involved, and they know those things. And, I have no idea. I haven't asked.
Right.
I haven't asked. But if you like, I'll ask Alexander or Justin, and
yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. Are you tackling every single 1/6 character that goes through Trickortreat Studios? Are you the head seamstress for that?
I'm not head seamstress. I think I've done a lot of their characters. I know there is a license that is gone directly to the factory to do it.
Okay.
I haven't done the prototypes for them. Yeah. And I don't know, if maybe depends on many things, but I would, I'll tackle loads of characters, and if you will soon, what Alexander and Justin, they have prepared now, I'm not sure how much you will see soon, but we've done a lot.
Yeah, so there's some big things coming, so yeah, definitely wait and see what's going on. No, so that's awesome. I think, and also the price point for Trickortreat Studios, I think it's very good. A lot of people complain about the bodies and all that, and some people might say, they could use a better body. I know we always have the option to buy ourselves a body or all that. So I do think that the price point is amazing, and for the stuff that we're getting, I think it's really awesome.
I don't think I've got the bodies here, and I don't think they are that bad, guys. Honestly, I know there are better bodies on the market, if you know what I mean.
I think some people are expecting like Hot Toys quality for that price point, which is not gonna happen,
On internet, I realized, that since we are here, you can't please everyone.
Right.
This world is so big. I'm talking from my point of view, This world is so big now, and with internet, everyone thinks he's entitled to an opinion, if you know what I mean, and he's put his opinion out there.
Right.
And actually, it's really, really hard to make figures, believe it or not. It's not that easy.
Oh, it's hard. Trust me. I know.
How your thing is going, by the way?
Oh, well, there's some secret things I can't announce yet.
Oh, don't you start that.
But I showed you a few things, and they're going really, really good. Let's just say that within the next few months, I have some things coming out that I think are going to impress people, and let's just say we took our time to make sure the quality is the best that it can be.
Lovely. I'm looking forward. Is any of them that you showed me, you can say it, or not? None of them?
I don't want to announce it just yet. I mean, let's just say people might have a nightmare on a certain street. Yeah. So let's just say there's something going on. But like I said, it's very exciting. It's one of my favorite characters, and You've seen it. You can tell that we put a lot of love into it.
I didn't know he's your favorite character.
Well, it's one of my favorites. My absolute favorite is the hobo. Absolutely. That, like, I'm infatuated with that character. I don't know why. I see a lot of myself in that character.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I just love that character. It's just, I don't know.
You see yourself in that character?
Yeah. You know, some people deserve. No, I'm just kidding. But the Freddy 2, you know. Oh, I just said it. The Freddy 2. It's a character that. Yeah. It's a character that I think is amazing. It's just something that I really wanted to bring to life to the top quality that I could bring with everybody in my crew. So we're excited, and it's going to be something really good. But it's going to be further down the road. We got a few other things we got to announce. But that's a little Easter egg for people.
No, a lot of things happened in the last year, Daniel, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But, you know, hopefully we can do some good things. And I would love to work with you as well. We've talked about it, so we'll definitely have to do something.
I would love to.
Absolutely.
I would love to.
Absolutely. We'll definitely do something. When your schedule is a little bit more free, you let me know.
I will.
Well, that's all the questions I had, and I think it was really good, and the fact that we were able to talk everything. So I thank you once again for coming on and joining me as one of the first guests.
I would like to thank you, Daniel, for inviting me to talk for your channel, for your audience, and thank you to your audience as well. Hopefully they were listening and they will find interesting things that we said, because we didn't say pretty much nothing, if you know what I mean.
Right.
Big news or things like that. You know, it's just sharing and the love for 1/6 and.
That's the thing. I think they're really interested to see how you came, how you came to this hobby, how you got into Trick or Treat, and the process of making things for Trick or Treat. Because I know the process is super complex. Like, there's always edits. You know, nothing's ever really finalized. You know, it's a complex process, and it's important for people to know the process, because sometimes people can say, "Oh, this looks bad," but it's very hard to even get something going, you know?
There is a lot behind the scenes that they don't see it, and I know Alexander experienced it. What do you say it? He done the head for a particular character and sent it for approval. The head was perfect. He sent it back. Oh, change that, change the other. Told him how to change it. He said, "Why change it like that? Doesn't look like that, you know." And if he doesn't do it, he doesn't get the license. So
right. So sometimes you're saying right. Sometimes you're saying you're forced to make changes, even though you know if you change it's gonna look worse. It's kind of like you're more held down.
Well, it's not always. It's happened once, and he was down and trying to tell it's not a big deal, and they took out the right decisions. The bosses are Trick or Treat, if you know what I mean, and hopefully will turn up really nice how it's supposed to look, if you know what I mean. Yes. I mean,
I know Alex does amazing sculpts. I've seen him do amazing sculpts.
He's really, really talented. I have from him. He did a bat vampire a few years ago. Have you seen it?
I don't know which one it is. I haven't seen it.
He sculpted a bat vampire with some really long ears, I think, things at the top of the head, ears.
Yep.
And I saw it and I said, "Oh, Alex, what's that?" So that one, he sent me one. And he showed me the character that it's from a cartoon, Batman, I think. And I actually transformed it into something else, into another bat vampire. I don't think you've seen it. I've done wings and everything into the clothing, if you know what I mean, and can change it. And it's quite interesting. It's like a sort of creation. I don't know what you call that. Yeah. I used to like to do those creation things, take a character and then turn it around, making it into something else.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent. I mean, Trickortreat Studios wouldn't work with him if he wasn't talented as well, you know.
He's very talented, yeah.
Wow. Well, I want to thank you once again, and thank you for all the information you're sharing, the process, your humble beginnings, and everything, and about the process on how you make things. So I want to say thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your thinking of me.
Of course.
Thank you for inviting me, and hopefully we'll chat again soon. Thank you for your audience. Wish everyone good times and stay healthy.
Thank you. Thank you so much.